They were amazing, the Twilight Zones. And I don't know, I just loved them. I even watch them sometimes now. They're just one of the best programs that was ever on TV, I think. Anyways, this is called Dust. Manuel sat in his cold, dirty, filthy cell. He was lying back on his cot. In the morning, he would hang. What happened was he was driving his wagon on Saturday night. He was drunk, a horse and wagon, and he didn't see this little girl, and he hit the little girl and killed her. And he was arrested and thrown in jail. And it didn't take long for him to be convicted. Sometimes he thought, I deserve this. I mean, I took the life of another person by mistake. I didn't mean to do it, but maybe I deserve this. I don't know. And his father, his old Mexican man, he went to the sheriff and he said, Sheriff, please, can you do anything to save my son? Anything. He didn't mean it. It was an accident. And the sheriff said, I'm sorry. He was convicted, he was found guilty, and he was sentenced. There's nothing I can do. The old man was so distraught. As he walked out of the jail cell, there was this big, swarthy old Mexican man, like, it looks like Pancho Villa or someone, or Sergeant Garcia from Zorro. And the man came up to him and said, look, I have something that can save your son. I have magic dust. This dust turns hate into love. It can do anything. It can do anything. But it's not cheap. It's very expensive. For this little bag of magic dust, I'll want 100 pesos, which was a lot of money back then. And the father didn't know what he'd do. He went to all his friends. He says, please, loan me some money. I have to save my son. And he came up with 100 pesos. In the meantime, the swarthy man goes back behind the jail cell. He takes his little bag and he puts up some dust from the ground and he throws it into the bag. And so the father comes up to him and says, here's 100 pesos now, give me the dust. So he hands him, here, this dust, is a magic dust. It turns hate into love, but you gotta do it at the exact right time. So he says, thank you. And which was strange because the old man, and he's talking to the swarthy man, he says, you sold the sheriff the rope that's going to hang my son. And he said, my job is to supply what's needed. I don't distinguish whether it's good or bad or right or wrong. I supply what's needed. Anyways, so the next morning, the sheriff comes to Manuel and says, son, it's time. And he opens the cell and he puts Manuel on a horse and leads him towards the gallows. They have a gallows there. And the old man is crying and the son says, it's okay, Father. I did it and I got to pay the price. So, I don't know. And I said, no, I can't stand it. I don't want to see you die. And the son says, it's okay, Father. Anyways, there's a huge crowd around the gallows. It was a public execution. And they lead Manuel up the steps, and he stands on the trap door, and they put the noose around his neck. And the sheriff says something to the effect of, "You're carrying out this sentence because of what he did." And the mother and the father of the little girl that was killed are there. And they're not happy, but they're smug. They know that he's going to get what he deserves. So the father comes out and he starts walking around to everybody, and he says, "Look, I have this magic dust. This magic dust, it turns hate into love. Here, look." And he starts taking the bag and emptying it all over. He sort of spreads it all around where the people are. "Here, please, this magic dust, it'll save my son." All of a sudden, the trap door opens. And the old man's like, "Oh no." And he can't look. But when he can look, he finds his son not hanging, but lying on the ground. Apparently, the rope broke. This brand new 10-pound hemp rope broke. So the old man says, "It worked, it worked. Turns hate into love." And the sheriff approaches the parents and he says, "It's up to you. We can do it again, or we can all go home, let him go." So the father and the mother talked amongst each other, and finally the father says, "There's been too much death, too much misery. Let's go home." So they go home, and he says, "Look, the magic dust, it worked. It turned hate into love. It really worked." And as they're leaving, the swarthy guy who sold him the phony magic dust and the rope, and he says, "I don't understand it." He looks at the rope, brand new 10-pound hemp rope, and it broke. "I don't understand it." That's it. Dust.